She's been in business for over 22 years. She is the owner and founder of Not Just Calligraphy and also NAWP. NAWP, sorry. She's the marketing and event director for NJC Communications. In 2000, she founded the NAWP Miami Broward chapter. She was the president for 4 years. She was national chairman of the board for Miami for the past 9 years, so she's still really involved. She's worked with over 50 local and national and international companies, including American Red Cross and March of Dimes, just to name a few. And she hosts METV, the channel, which is a YouTube channel where she offers free marketing advice to small businesses. So, Myra Tayo.
Thank you, guys. All right. Okay, so I have my notes here because I am going to be talking about a topic that is kind of scary to most people, even myself, honestly. And I got so much to go over. Honestly, you guys, I could be here for 4 hours. And I could ramble. So I'm gonna be looking at my notes a lot. It's not that I don't know what I'm talking about, it's that I want to keep on track and focused because I'm very passionate about this topic. So before we, oh, and another thing. I don't know if anybody has a pad of paper that they can pass around. I usually give out an outline with all the awesome resources and my contact information and an outline of what we went over today, but my photocopy ran out of ink. So I will be happy to email you the outline with all the information we're going to discuss today if you give me either your business card or you take the time to write your email and just bring it up to me at the end here. All right, so let's get our juices flowing with some astonishing facts. I already shared some of these with you today. Top sellers use LinkedIn. Is everybody on LinkedIn? Raise your hand if you're on LinkedIn. Raise your hand if you're on it 6 hours a week. No. Give yourself a ticket. Here's a ticket. Wait, I'm gonna give you a ticket. Okay. All right, love this girl. All right. It takes about 8 attempts to convert a cold call into a sale. Right? Are cold calls fun? No, right? But guess what? They can be converted into a sale, but most of us only make 2 attempts. So when we ask ourselves, why don't I have more business? Why don't I have more sales? Why don't I have more customers? Well, do you make more than 2 attempts for each prospect? Nurtured leads make a 47% higher. They make 47% higher purchases than non-nurtured leads. Visuals in your presentation will help with sales. People process visuals 60,000 times faster than they do text. After a presentation, 63% of people remember stories. Only 5% remember stats. The most memorable part of a sales presentation is the last 5 minutes. And my favorite, 91% of people say that they are willing to give a referral, but only 11 of us ask for them. So this is a fun exercise. The rules are super duper simple. One of you is going to try to sell the item, and the other one is going to be the prospect. Easy, right? Fun? Are you excited? Are you intimidated at all? Actually, I gave you 1 minute and 18 seconds. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. I'm going to move on with a little story because, like I mentioned in my stats, stories are more memorable than stats. In the meantime, since we can multitask, I want you guys to just take a few seconds. You can do it while I talk, I don't mind. Some notes on what happened during your transaction, just so that you don't forget. We have 2 new guests. Can we get them? Right here, I got them set up with tickets. Come up front. There's nobody sitting in the back of my class. I'm sorry. You got to come up, and they can get 2 tickets for being gracious enough to move up. No, these are the tickets that are right. Oh, Take two seats right there. Thank you for coming, you guys, by the way. It means the world to me that you're willing to come here. I think education is key. I originally studied to be an educator, and I believe that the top salespeople and the best business people are there because they are constantly seeking and searching out information from their peers, from books, from conferences, from wherever they can get it. So thank you for being here today. All right, so here's my story. A few months ago, my husband, who was working for a company out in California, he won a 4-day session. I mean, you guys are with me for 45 minutes, maybe. His sessions were 12 hours a day with Tony Robbins. He won this for being the top seller in his division for his company. I mean, he won consistently, and then they gave him this big prize. I mean, the tickets ran, I think, $3,000, $5,000. They flew him out from Florida to California. They paid for his food. They paid for his hotel. He had a wonderful time, and he learned a lot. But this is the story that Tony Robbins told. So Tony Robbins decided that he wanted to learn to play golf. So he hired himself a golf coach, and he went out on the golf course. And on his first day, he swung, is that a word? I don't even know. Swung. Well, in Cuban, it's swing, okay. They swung to the ball and hit it, and guess what? Long and straight. So he did it again. What do you think happened? Long and straight. Man, he could do no wrong. It's Tony Robbins, hello. Long and straight, over and over again. Maybe it was beginner's luck. Maybe he's just a great golf player and he didn't know it. We have another guest in the room. Can we get her a card and come up front, please? Okay, and 2 tickets because she came up front so graciously. All right. Anyway, so he said to his coach, wow, I did pretty good, right? I didn't even think I could do this good. And the coach said, yeah, you did pretty good. Yeah, so I'd like to see a repeat performance of this. So let's come out tomorrow, 9 o'clock sharp, and we'll see how you do. So the next day they go out, and what do you think happened? Ticket. Yep. So he was like, oh, no big deal, shakes it off, tries again. In the woods, in the water. I don't know if it was in the woods or the water. It was everywhere but long and straight. And after, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, and don't quote me on the details, this is Tony Robbins' story, not mine. I'm just pirating his story. After a while, he looked at his coach and he said, what's wrong? I did so good yesterday. Why am I not performing like I did yesterday? I mean, this guy's a winner. He's used to being on top of his game, not with golf. And his coach looked at him and he said, 2 millimeters. What? What do you mean? He goes, you have to adjust your swing by this much, just 2 millimeters. So I get a few morals out of that story. And the main one is that we might just have to change our perspective on sales just a little bit. Maybe just 2 millimeters. So let me share my perspective on sales with you. Might be a little different than yours. Hopefully not. Most people shy away from the word sales. Not when they get a job at Burger King, not when they're gonna go sell shoes at the mall, but a sales job. But the problem is that most of us here are salespeople because we have to sell our products and services to make money. Well, I happen to not shy away from sales. I think sales is honorable. Where would we be if no one would sell us anything? I love to buy what I want, when I want it. I love that satisfaction. I love knowing that the transaction was smooth and that the price that I agreed upon. I mean, look at my shoes. I love my shoes. And they were on sale. And I was so happy when I bought them. And when my little girl is sick and I have to run to Walgreens at 10 o'clock at night, I love buying her medicine and knowing that I'm going to make her feel better. And could you imagine my rage or your rage if somebody denied selling you something? I love that in this country, we can buy what we want because someone will sell it to me. And I find that to be Everything is a sale, you guys. From the first time you asked somebody out on a date, to the conversation you had with your kid on what they were going to wear, even though it looked like, what is that outfit? To a loving, heated debate on what you're going to watch on TV. Everything in life is a sale. Somebody's either selling you on what they want, or you're being sold. So the sooner we come to grips with that concept, the sooner sales will become second nature to us. Because in essence, it already is. You just have to determine whether you're going to sell or you're going to be sold. All right, so now that we've got our wheels hopefully turning a little bit on how important it is to adjust our perspective on sales, let's discuss what happens during sale. I've heard lots of people say, including my husband's one of them, this is a point we disagree on, that you have to be passionate about what you're selling. Who believes that? Raise your hand. None of you are going to get a ticket with that because you disagree with me. I do not believe that you have to be passionate about what you're selling. I don't. I know top salespeople, and when I mean top salespeople, I mean the ones that, the front soldiers, the front lines, the ones that are going door to door. They've never tried the product that they're selling. They're selling one thing one day and one thing another day. And yet they're winning trips to Hawaii, and they're winning bonuses, and they're winning tablets. Why? What you have to be passionate about is that what you're doing is honorable. That by selling someone something, you're making their life better because they're buying it from you. When you believe that, when you forget about the sale, when you concentrate on helping the person in front of you, you make the sale. Do you know why? Because it comes through. When a customer is buying something, they're buying it because of you. So if you think about it, there are probably hundreds of vendors in your region that sell exactly the same thing you do. So why do they buy it from you? Because they liked you, because they trusted you, because you built a rapport with them, and because that attitude of helping them came through. Now I'm going to tell you, this could take 30 seconds, or it could take 8 points of contact. So let me give you an example. I want to buy a pair of jeans. Nobody called me and said, hey, Myra, you want a pair of jeans? Ooh, they're bedazzled. Oh, nobody, I want a pair of jeans all on my own. So I'm going to go to the mall. And I go to the mall, and ladies, please, I know you know what I'm talking about. You go into the store, and you're just looking for a pair of jeans. And, excuse me, where are the jeans? They're there. Vibe already wrong.